The first thing the man, who had woken up from a vegetative state, did was plan to get back at his young wife. It turned out that just one day earlier, when the woman had first seen her husband who was still in a vegetative state, she had clung to him. Not only did she brazenly touch his abdominal muscles, but she even kissed him without the slightest hesitation. The man, who had always been cold and reserved, had never been treated like this before. He was so angry that he immediately spat out a mouthful of blood. He thought to himself he had kept his body and mind pure for 26 years, yet today he had been violated by this bold woman. However, after an examination, the doctor said that the stagnant blood in his body had been discharged and his condition had improved. Seeing this, the mother-in-law was full of praise for her daughter-in-law and immediately gave the woman a luxury car. The woman was indulging in the joy of sleeping next to her handsome husband every day and having an endless amount of money to spend, when suddenly the man, who had been in a vegetative state, woke up. When the woman saw her husband standing in front of her, alive and well, she felt extremely embarrassed and tried to make an excuse to slip away. Unexpectedly, the man grabbed her and pulled her back. To ease the awkwardness, the woman immediately began to introduce herself again. The man thought her polite and respectful appearance now was completely different from the way she had bullied him in bed. So he decided to give her a small punishment. He threatened to deduct all her pocket money for the month. At this moment, the mother-in-law walked over. When she saw her son finally wake up, she was overjoyed. She then turned to the daughter-in-law and praised her, saying, "You are really a lucky star for our family." Unwilling to let things go, the woman took this opportunity to get back at the man. She immediately hugged her husband and started complaining to her mother-in-law, while shedding tears like pear blossoms in rain, putting on a heartfelt performance. She said, "It's okay if you don't love me, but I love you." Seeing this, the mother-in-law couldn't help but speak up for her daughter-in-law. Realizing he couldn't out-argue the two, the man took out a black card and told the woman, "Spend as much as you want." The woman's face lit up with joy at the sight of the black card. She immediately took the servants to go shopping in the mall, not knowing that the man had intentionally set her up to embarrass her. The card only had 10 yuans left in it. When the woman was about to swipe the card to pay, she realized there was not enough money in the account. She held back her anger and returned home. In front of her mother-in-law, she deliberately dropped the ice cream she had bought with the huge sum of 10 yuans. Then she began to sarcasm the man in a sarcastic tone. "He gave me a card and told me to spend as much as I wanted. Guess what happened when I went to check out? There was exactly 10 yuans left in the card. This ice cream was so hard to come by, so I've cherished it very much. Every time I want to eat ice cream, I just open it and smell it. That's enough to satisfy me." Seeing this, the man immediately stepped forward and covered the woman's mouth. The mother-in-law then gave her son a severe scolding. Having no other choice, the man had to put on an affectionate act and said to the woman, "Baby, don't worry. From now on, my money is your money, and I will definitely treat you well." The woman immediately responded with a smile, "Honey, you're so nice."